All right, everyone, come on in. Hello, hello. Hope you had a good Monday. All right. Wonderful. Um, Thank you so much for joining. We'll get started in just a minute. Give it another minute. I'll introduce myself, and we're going to have a little demo. It's going to make some stuff up for you guys. Come on in. Thank you so much. Okay. God's girl and Akata, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna wash my hands and we'll get started. I always run the disposal when I wash my hands. I use the sprayer and clean out the sink. All right, well, it is Monday evening where I am. Come on in. Hi, Val. We're gonna take a little time just to come up with a couple things I want to show you guys. Anytime I'm in the kitchen, I'm just gonna go live and hey D White, and just share with you guys what I'm eating. But let me introduce myself. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I am on a health and wellness and weight loss journey. So far down 70 pounds as of yesterday, with at least 30 more to go. And I've done this by getting tested for food sensitivities, which was a cheek swab and then some hair samples. And I have a list on the fridge of what I can have and what I can't have. Is the video choppy again? You guys let me know. I don't know what is going on. I'll wait for one more comment over here. I'm also live on Instagram, so you guys can watch me on either platform. So basically, the whole substitute teacher thing is about, substituting the foods that I used to love for the foods that love me back. So I like looking at all the scrumptious things that, I used to be able to eat, and then coming up with substitutions and other ways to enjoy them that are on my plan. All right, so let's start with beverages. I'm drinking a half and half. Thank you, Akata. Thank you for just keeping me in the loop. Okay. Um, so anyway, let's start with beverages, and then I'm going to make a couple sweet items for you guys. If you were on earlier, I was between meetings. I'm so thankful to be able to work from home, and I made my 2 meals for the day already. On my plan, I only eat 2 meals a day, so I am going to do my dinner is going to be a protein shake. So we'll get to that probably last, but I haven't had my snacks yet for the day. So we're gonna make those, and I just thought I'd bring you guys along. All right, so I'm always sipping on something to stay hydrated, so I'll show you guys what I have. I'm actually drinking it out of the pitcher. I know that's so. Hey, Miss Bell. Um, I know that's so like not elegant, but it's what I had. All right, you guys. So you're going to hear me rant all the time. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. I got a nice bump up in my subscribers. So, yes, Grizzly, thank you so much. Please make sure you're subscribed to me on YouTube, even if you're watching me on Instagram. I have a goal to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month of March. And the reason why is I'm going to be traveling the first week of April, so I'm not going to be in the kitchen for you guys. And I want to have a community tab where we can stay connected, and you only qualify for a community tab when you have 500 subscribers. I think I was in the 450s, 460s, maybe 470s now. Thank you, Lead Attorney. But if you would, please subscribe. You don't have to do the notifications bell. You guys, I'm on probably twice a day, maybe more. I think I may even come back on tonight. I got so much that I want to share with you guys, and that allow me to have one space where I can post it and we can stay connected. All right, back to beverages. We've talked about beverages and condiments before. I'm just showing you guys what I'm drinking. Southern Breeze is a brand that I found if you like sweet tea, but want to stay off sugar like I have to. This has been a great option for me. Thank you. Akata, you're like my eyes in the sky. I appreciate that. All right, so you guys, I think we're going to make my goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Southern Breeze, I've ordered them online. It looks like a regular tea bag, as you guys can see here. This is the family size, but there's a sweetener inside the bag, which is really cool and interesting. It is sweetened with sucralose, which is Splenda, but it's 0 sugar and 0 calorie. So this one, you brew like regular hot tea. They have so many different flavors. This one, as you can see, we call it half and half in the South, or Arnold Palmer. So it's half sweet tea and half lemonade. And so I brewed it into this pitcher. Excuse my straw. Yes, I was drinking out of the pitcher. But one of the things that I do, to kind of keep full and keep hydrated, I always have a beverage with me. And I've shared with you guys the alkaline drops. I put them in the water before I brew. So you can see here, it looks just like regular tea. And so this is what I'm going to be sipping on. Nice. All right, so I haven't had my snacks today. I'm going to make kind of a dessert and a snack, and then I'll make my dinner, which is the protein shake. And I'm going to try and assemble something that I bought. So I'll be on for about an hour. Hey, Tracy. Feel free to ask, your questions, and we're just going to go slow. I was a little rushed earlier today. All right. So I love Latin flavors. If you guys have ever been to a Mexican restaurant, one of the desserts that they serve there is called a sopapilla. And it's like a tortilla. I think that's fried, with like honey and syrup and ice cream and all this goodness. So I have a substitute version of that I'm going to make for you guys tonight. All right. So I'm really excited. I haven't had this in a while. And do me a favor. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms. And the way this whole thing started, I'm always cooking anyway. I'm a mom of 2, and this has been my transformation. But I used to post the finished product like on Instagram, and people would say, "Did you really make that?" Hey, Alicia. And I'm like, "Yeah, I made that." And so then I started posting the ingredients, and it just went from pictures, and then I started like narrating, and now I'm just doing it live because it's easy just to show you as I go. All right, so my point with that, when you go to my page, if you see anything that I've made before that you want me to actually demo for you guys, or if you want to, put anything in the comments or send me, "Hey, I really love this and I'm having a hard time getting off of it," maybe I can help you with the substitution. All right, let's get to the cooking. Thank you for all the hearts. So you guys have seen these before, hopefully. This is the tortilla that is approved for me. I can't have grains. One of the things that came up on my list was gluten, so I'm sensitive to that. Thank you, Lead. So I have to eat gluten free. I used to have a lot of health problems. I used to have aches and pains in my joints, my knee, my back, elevated blood pressure, borderline cholesterol. What was the other one? Blood pressure, cholesterol, and pre-diabetic. And by changing my diet, everything is normal now and I'm not on any medication. And all the aches and pains that I thought were just part of aging have gone away. So I definitely want to age gracefully. Alicia, I'm doing great. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. So these are the tortillas, and you guys have seen me use these before for the breakfast taco, for the breakfast quesadilla. So the cassava tortilla, as you guys can see, it looks like a tortilla. It is a little bit more delicate. It's not as like foldy, if that's a word, but it gets the job done, especially when you warm it. So this is the tortilla that I'm going to be using for my sopapilla. All right, so what I do, you can cut it. I'm just gonna fold it. So literally, I take the tortilla, I'm going to fold it in half, and then make a crease on the end. You guys can see how it literally just pops and breaks to tear. So you see what I mean? It's a little bit more brittle. A flour tortilla would probably be more bendy, but that's okay. What I'm trying to make are like nachos, if you will. So then I take the halves that I have, and I'm gonna fold them again. I'm just lining up the corners. And then pinch the sides again to break the crease. And now I have four, like a deck of cards, four big triangle pieces. So literally, that's what I did. You could cut it with scissors, you could cut it with a knife, but these are going to be my, usually when you have a sopapilla, as I remember it, it's been a while since I've eaten a Mexican restaurant, but it's the whole round tortilla. I think it's deep fried, and then they put like a scoop of ice cream and drizzle honey and other stuff on it. So I'm making mine like tortilla chips that I'll be able to eat this way. This is another good substitute, nachos. If you guys have seen the video where I did a taco salad and I just used my own crackers for that, you can make these the same way and they'll crunch up nicely. I'm going to use my air fryer. All right, so I've got my tortillas. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to oil them. You have two options. You could use cooking spray. This is a refillable container. I think I got it on Walmart or Amazon, but basically, sometimes I feel like everybody knows this stuff, but I'm just going to explain anyway because, you know, I had to be taught, so here I am. So, you know, again, yes, I do use the plastic straws, but I told you guys I'm sustainable in other ways, right? So you have this container, you can put your oil, you can pour it or you can pump it. I'll show you. The oil that's been approved for me is MCT oil. And I'm not keto, but there's a lot of keto recipes that are friendly on my plan. So MCT oil, you can see here from the picture, is a coconut derivative. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a home cooker. That's what my boys call me. So I don't know why it's better, but it's supposed to be better for me. There's so many different oils. You can use whatever oil you like, avocado oil, vegetable oil. Please do what works for you. All right, so what I do for my refillable oil is literally when this gets low, I just pump. I literally put the spout in here. I'm gonna put it down on the counter so I can press, and I just refill. I refill this, and then it has a non-aerosol pump. So you assemble it like this, and I just keep it on the counter. And then this is the spray if I need to spray, like, let's say I was gonna spray the tortillas, or if you're doing a stir fry, this is what I use. You shake it up a little bit, and then it's good to go. All right, might as well, right? I didn't want to spray over my drink. The other thing that I do, because I just use my hands in the kitchen, literally, I will pump this MCT oil into my hand, and I'll get the oil. I know this sounds weird, but I just rub it in my hands, and then I pick up my tortillas and I rub the oil on the tortillas, both sides. The coconut oil is great. I use it, you can use it on your body, in the shower, or after I take a shower. When I'm done showering, I don't dry off yet. I have another big dispenser of oil in the bathroom, and I pump it in my hands and I put it all over to moisturize, and then I dry off my body after it's been oiled. So if you guys can see, and yeah, I still have some oil on my hands, but literally I'm just coating both sides of the tortillas with oil. This is kind of big. I could fold it again and make like nacho chips. So I have 4 sections, but you could make 8. You could double it up. And then the extra oil, literally I just rub it into my hands. That's what I do. All right, so now I'm going to put these oiled tortillas in the air fryer, and I'm going to turn on the air fryer so that they can crisp up. So let me do that. I want to scratch my face, but then I'll know I'll have oil, and if I were home, I wouldn't care, but I'm going to do it off of the camera. All right. So my air fryer is the kind that you guys see me using all the time. It's got these little shelves in there. Hey, Dottie, so good to see you again. All right, so I always like to line with foil. So I'm gonna get some foil and line one of these sheets. This is optional. I use foil a lot just for easy cleanup, but it's completely optional. All right. So I like to have a foil lined sheet underneath just to catch any drippings. You guys saw that rotisserie chicken yesterday, and it's almost gone. All right, so I'm gonna put this in at the bottom. All right, sorry, make sure I don't have any oil. Okay, now on the other sheet, I have my 4 oiled tortillas, if you guys can see. So this was one round tortilla that I broke in half and then broke in half again. So that's gonna be my portion. And I'm literally just laying them onto the air fryer tray. So hopefully you guys can see that they're nice and oiled on both sides. So you could spray them with cooking spray, or my hack, I used my hands. Okay, so I'm gonna put these into the air fryer. I'm not really good with like times and temperatures for you guys because I really just watch my food, but I'm gonna do the French fry setting, which is like 400. It doesn't take long. What we're gonna notice, you see how they're flat? They're gonna start to like curl up a little bit. And because my air fryer has a fan, I keep an eye on them because sometimes they whirl around in there like a little tornado. It's weird. But if you had like a toaster oven or broiler, you could put them underneath. But this is my substitution for deep frying in oil. Spray them with oil and then put them in the air fryer. All right, so we're just gonna keep an eye on that. And once they start to, you'll see the color, like right now they're really pale white. They'll start to darken a little bit and start to change shape a little bit. You guys know what nachos look like. Just a little cleanup. So when they come out, then the fun begins. So we're gonna pause on our sopapilla. Alicia says good moisturizer. Y'all, this coconut oil, you can use it all over the body. People put it in their hair, um, use it. I think it has a whole bunch of properties. I don't know what they are. I'm not a doctor. But like, if you have a little cut or, something, hey, be safe and do what works for you. But if you're not sensitive to coconuts, for me, it's great. Okay, I'm going to make another snack. So we'll call that the dessert. And I'm going to make a sweet snack. So I have an apple while those are cooking. If you guys saw the video I did with the baked apple, with the cinnamon, take the core out, I thought about doing that again. But I'm going to do something else. I can have 2 fruit servings per day. So I had the blueberry pancakes for like brunch lunch. You guys saw that? So I'm gonna have an apple. I'm gonna smear it with some goat cheese and drizzle it with a honey substitute and show you guys what a snack for me would look like. I'm just washing my apple. Okay, so we've got our apple. I felt a little bit of a brown spot when I was handling it earlier. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and cut this up. I don't know what kind of apple this is. Maybe one of y'all does. I don't know. I'm gonna get my core out just to be fancy. No reason. I didn't know this, but I had always thought this was just a vegetable peeler. But I have learned it's actually a vegetable peeler and an apple core. So what you do is you take this pointy end and you're going to go into the core of the apple, and then you're going to take the serrated end and you're literally just going to turn it around the core of the apple, and you go all the way around, and then it pulls out the entire core. So that's what I'm working on while our nachos are cooking. Let me put this stuff away. Clean as we go. All right, sorry. Let's see if I can get it done. Sometimes the smaller apples work better. And you could, I guess, go through the bottom. I'm going to go through the top. Sometimes the smaller apples work better, like if they're really symmetrical. You know, sometimes when they're on a slant like this, it might be hard. So I literally just stabbed the apple right outside the core. And I'm going to twist. Going all the way around. You see it's kind of like spilling out everywhere. Ah. All right. And then I'm going to pull out the core. Maybe y'all knew that. I didn't know that. I love little like kitchen gadgets. I told you guys like I'm a kind of a gadget junkie, or you know, like when I see stuff in the kitchen, I'm like, oh, where have you been all my life? I need that. And then I buy it and I forget I have it. Okay, so you guys can see I went through the top here, but on the bottom I still have a little bit right here. So literally I'm just gonna go in through the bottom and do one more round. All right, and scrape out that part. All right, a little messy, but I got it done. So for anybody, Alicia didn't know. It looks like a Granny Smith or Golden Delicious. I hope it's not a Granny Smith. I prefer sweet over tart. See, Tracy didn't know that either. See, I love you guys. See, thank you for being honest with me. You know, sometimes I feel really lame because I'm like, I get really excited when I find out stuff like that, and I'm thinking, everybody knows that, but y'all didn't know it either. So yes, check your kitchen drawer. You may have one. All right. Let me go check on our tortillas, see how they're doing. I haven't had this dessert in a while, so I'm excited. So cool. See, you guys like the gadget? See? They're not done, but I'm going to bring them out to show you guys something. All right, I have to keep an eye on them. Do you see how this one is kind of curled into itself? I should have caught it before because I want to keep them flat, but it's okay. Do you guys see how, okay, I was thinking I could handle it. Do you guys see how it's kind of bubbled up? They're starting to get a little bit brown, and it's bubbled up, and you can hear, you know, now they're getting more sturdy. So I'm going to put them in for maybe just another minute, but keep an eye on them. This is fine if you want to make your own nachos and like dip them in pico de gallo. If you can't have grains, if you're sensitive to corn, you can make your own nachos. You could deep fry them, but this is the substitution that's worked for me. So if I try to open it, yeah, if I had caught it before it kind of closed up on itself, but that's my fan doing that. But you guys can see we're making our tortillas. What? Okay, so back to the apple. So in case anybody missed it, Onyx says I'm late, but I'm glad I caught your live so that I could thank you for the ideas for the substitutes. Onyx has lost over 150 pounds this last year, and you're trying to keep, it's hard to keep eating the same foods, you know? Honestly, guys, you're right. I've said it before, but I know we have new people here. I'm so thankful I'm able to work from home, and I sit at the kitchen table, I'm on my laptop. I work in tech, so I'm in Zoom meetings all the time, and I keep the TV on the cooking channels, and I keep it on mute. So throughout the day, I'm watching all these amazing ingredients and recipes and everything. Just keeping an eye. Um, and so how this kind of started for me, I have my plan, and it's very basic, this much protein, this much veggies, this much, you eat the same thing over and over again. And yeah, you're losing the weight, but you want to enjoy your food, or at least I did. And so I would look at the recipes that are being made on the cooking channels, Food Network, all of that stuff. And I'm like, gosh, that looks so good, but I can't have that, and I can't have that, and I can't have that. But I can substitute with this, I can substitute with this. And so that's how the whole substitute teacher thing started. So I like to spice it up and keep it, different, because for us to be successful, we've got to keep doing what we did to lose the weight. Okay, I lost the tortilla, so I'm gonna turn it off. It fell down there at the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna cut. I'll wait on the apple core. What I'll say while it's cutting off, if you guys missed the, just so everybody can see, if you guys missed the baked apple, I cored it in a little container, kind of like this. I had some softened butter, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some brown sugar substitute that I'll show you. Stuffed it in the core, baked it over a little ramekin with water until it got all mushy and soft. It was so good. All right, let's get our tortillas. I don't know if you all saw any smoke coming out of there, but I want to show you. So I've got my tortillas here. And one of the things, I mean, the MCT oil is fine, but it does have like a low smoke point. So, it's good for cooking at kind of low temperatures, but I wouldn't fry in it because it just smokes a lot. So as you guys can see here, we got our nice brown tortillas. You can see that they're bubbling up. So they kind of look like nachos. If you wanted to eat them not as nachos, now would be a good time to sprinkle them with some salt. You could dip them in whatever you like, pico, salsa, if you can have avocado, all of that. And that's a great snack without grains. But I'm making a sweet dessert. So you see on my plate, I have my 4. I'm feeling greedy. I feel like I should have had more. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I talked to you guys about sugar substitutes. This is the Truvia brown sugar blend. I should have gotten the one that's just a brown sugar substitute, but literally I'm just going to get a healthy pinch of this. It looks like brown sugar, so I'm going to sprinkle that on while they're still warm. Then I want to show you guys a couple substitutions. If you like chocolate syrup, you have 2 options that work for me. This is the Hershey's Zero Sugar. I'll probably use this one today. Walden Farms, can you guys see how this is kind of watery and jiggly? It's not bad. This is a definite, option. It's okay, but for syrup, I like that, like I said, ooey gooey. So this is one of the ones that's kind of hit or miss. It's not bad, but Hershey's does make a zero sugar syrup. So I'm literally, I'll show you what I have. So I literally just sprinkled some of the brown sugar blend on here. Now I'm going to drizzle the chocolate syrup. It's kind of splattered. I was hoping for a nice pretty drizzle. It is what it is. So we've got some chocolate syrup on there, zero sugar. And this is my honey substitute. This is the Sucrin Gold honey substitute. You guys have seen me use that. So I'm going to drizzle this over top. This one comes out nicely. Okay, so we've got syrup, we've got warm tortillas, brown sugar. And then I hope this works. This is our whipped cream substitute. So this one is made with coconut milk. Ready Whip has a nice, hey cook, Ready Whip has a nice non-dairy, because I'm sensitive to dairy too. So I have to use almond milk, coconut milk, goat cheese. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm just gonna put a little dollop on each square. All right, as simple as that. I'm gonna clean my hands and show you. This time I'm actually going to take a picture. So this is a dessert that I've made. If you guys are able to see, hopefully it's showing up. So really simple, just with the oiled tortillas from the cassava tortilla, cut up, oiled and air fried, and then drizzle. Cashew milk, I haven't tried yet. Let me take a quick picture and then when I eat one while they're warm. Y'all know I just usually dive in. I keep saying this is the kind of stuff when I get my community tab, when we do our live cooking together and I cook for you guys, this is the kind of stuff that I'll post on my community tab. So again, for anyone that's new, please look up Maggie the Substitute Teacher on YouTube and just make sure that you're subscribed. I have a goal. My short-term goal is to get to 500 by the end of March. All right. Looks like s'mores kind of, right? All right, so I'm going to take a bite. So this is a nice dessert snack. And these cassava tortillas for my plan, thank you, Tracy, counts as a vegetable because cassava is a root vegetable. So, you know, this is something that you guys can make when everybody else is chowing down on stuff you can't have. You know, this is the kind of stuff I make for myself, so I'm not left out. Mmm. Mm. 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 Y'all, I'm sure you could hear that crunch, right? Eating is an experience. Try not to be rude. Eating really is an experience, and I want to look forward to my food. So this is a great way to get that nacho experience, that texture. You can do it savory with salsa, pico, make a taco salad, dip it with ground beef and whatever. Or this is the sweet option. So if you're craving Latin flavors, see, Miss Bell, thank you. All right, so this is a great thing to do. And look, you guys, everything that I make is a substitution from regular ingredients. So if you don't have, you know, health challenges, if you don't need to lose weight or whatever, try it with regular like flour tortillas that you get at the store, and you guys let me know. The air fryer or the toaster oven is a great way to crisp them up. Just oil them first and then put whatever you like on them. So that's our dessert. Now let's get back to our apple. I'm so glad you guys like this stuff because this is just what I do for myself, and you know, I like to make it pretty and I like to enjoy it. All right, so let's clean as we go. What don't we need? So I'm putting away, again, this was the Hershey's Zero Sugar. You guys know me. Do I count calories? No, Miss Bell, I don't. My plan, I basically have, it calls for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but because I eyeball so much stuff and I don't really count calories, I have 2 meals a day and one protein shake as a meal, you know, substitute. So you've got some sugar-free condiments. You know, I'm always nagging about the condiments. And that's the thing, you guys. There are so many ways to lose weight. There's so many ways to get healthy. I really support everybody doing what works for them. You know, I've struggled with weight my whole life, and so I've kind of been one of those people that tried everything, and this is what finally worked for me because I have, you know, kind of a sandbox that I can play in. And the other thing, the reason why it works for me is because when I eat off of my plan, even if I do it intentionally, well, it's always intentionally, I feel horrible. I'm bloated, I'm achy, my knee hurts, my back hurts, I'm lethargic, I just don't feel good. Did I get the ingredients from Whole Foods? Okay, you can. This Siete brand, I've seen it at Whole Foods. I think I've also seen it at Publix, or we have a farmer's market called Sprouts. But what you guys will notice, this is something that I will buy online because it's so important for me to have the ingredients that I need to, that I can eat in stock. I'll go to CFA's website. A lot of these manufacturers, you can buy directly from them. Now you have to buy in bulk, so it'll be like a 5-pack of these or whatever, but this is what I eat all the time. But Whole Foods does have a lot. This Truvia, I ordered it online. Walmart has a lot of this stuff, and I'm a member of the free shipping, so I pay like Amazon Prime. So I just, when I need 1 or 2 things, I just order them. Amazon is always here. Literally, I just got my protein shake. Protein powder. All right, let me clean up. For some of the other stuff, like the Hershey's, and I got one more I'm going to show you guys. I'm not using it tonight, but this is another one for you, Heinz ketchup. Have you noticed a lot of the like major brands are now starting to come out with zero sugar and, you know, alternative versions of their condiments that we all grew up on? Because up until age 40, I've been eating just like you all, you know, whatever, whenever, fast food, you know, it's just, I was just pushing through it. These you'll be able to see in the stores next to your other ingredients. And this is the kind of stuff that I've just changed at home. Don't even tell the kids. They want ketchup, this is the ketchup they get. You know, so you can do, you know, changes like that even if you know, don't need to lose weight. Okay, put my tea away. All right, you guys. All right, my apple's already starting to brown over here, running my mouth. Hopefully it's golden delicious. I do not like Granny Smith, but I think these came in the giveaway box, so they were free, so I'm not complaining. So now I'm going to cut it in half. Wow, that didn't take long at all. Look, y'all. Oh well. Let me get cracking. And then cut in quarters. And then cut in eighths. I'm so glad you guys like this stuff. Makes me happy. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I've got my apples in sections. I'm just gonna trim off the little brown spots because that didn't take long. Oops, missed the trash can. So much you guys can do with apples. And again, getting off the artificial sugar, it is hard, but once you do, you don't crave it. It's highly addictive. It has so many inflammatory responses. So I found some really good sugar substitutes because I've always had a sweet tooth and I'm always going to want my sweets. But having them without spiking the blood sugar and all that other stuff has been a lifesaver for me. Okay, so I just trimmed off my sections. Perfect. All right. Y'all, I want one more of those. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I'm sitting here looking at it. It's so rude, but look at that. Look at that. Okay. Getting another plate. Ooh. Okay. Speaking of Whole Foods, I went to their cheese counter and I have not tried this goat cheese before. I left it out on the counter, so it's a little soft. It says Mitica Capriccio de Cabra. I have no idea, but it's made from goat's milk. So you guys know that well, you may not know, but part of my food sensitivity test results revealed that I am sensitive to cow dairy. So milk, cheese, yogurt, half and half, butter, cream, all that stuff. I've had to make substitutions. So I'm gonna try just a little spoonful. Oh, it's got that goat kind of like funky, kind of like sour blue cheese kind of. I know it's an acquired taste. I had to get used to it. It works for me. Some people can, do it. Some people can't. So I'm just tasting a little bit because what I'm going to do is smear it on my apple and then drizzle with the honey. Not bad. A little tart. Ooh, very nice. All right, here we go. So I use goat cheese as, a substitute, obviously. You guys can see I've got this nice, like, creamy spread. If you can have cream cheese, go with cream cheese. But I know, who was it, CK, that says they can't do savory and sweet. But when I could just eat the apple, I could just eat the slices. But literally, I'm spreading some goat cheese on each. Because I like to take time, if this is all I can have, I want to enjoy it. So I'm just going to spread a little bit of goat cheese on my apple slices. You can basically think of a, charcuterie board, if I'm saying it right. You can put, these types of soft cheeses, and there's so many different options. I'm literally just putting it on one side and then arranging it on a plate. Um, Experiment. That's what I did. Look at cooking channels, look at cooking magazines, or come here and watch me. Every good cook has a happy dance. I know, right? When it tastes good. Y'all, I don't know. This is just the way that I was raised, but everybody likes a good home cooked meal. Your kids do the yummy in my tummy dance. And, for me, it's just been life saving. I'm just putting them on a plate, you guys. In order for me to be successful, if I'm going to eat healthy, I want to enjoy it. Because I shared with you guys, I've always struggled with my weight. I'm just now getting it together in my 40s. But, my family, mom, dad, and brother, I have a very small nuclear family. They're all normal size. And so I was the only one that was plus size in the family, which meant, my parents, they meant well, but, I was the kid that was always put on different diets, or mom would cook, something scrumptious for the family. This is going to sound so sad. It is kind of sad. She would make something nice for the family, and then she would make my plate. And my plate was like boiled chicken, bland, broccoli with no seasoning. And, I would just kind of sit there as a kid, kind of sad because everybody else was chowing down and I had to eat diet food, right? So you can imagine when I got older and graduated high school and went off to college and I'm in the dorm, like we all rebel and put on that freshman 15, turned into, a lot more. And then, graduated college, got married, you know, lost weight to get in the wedding dress. Y'all know how we do. And then as soon as I got married, I got comfortable. Y'all know how we do. And then, baby number one, baby number two. And then, unfortunately, the marriage didn't last, but I co parent really well with my ex husband. He lives in the area, he's remarried. So then, divorce, just life happens to you. And food has always kind of been like maybe a comfort for me. So I had a really unhealthy relationship with food. All right. So y'all will get part of my story as I'm cooking for you. So you can see here on my apples, I've just smeared them with the goat's cheese. So the goat's cheese is a soft, creamy, kind of tangy, sour, hopefully mixed with the sweet apple. And I got a little something else I'm going to put on it. All right, just washing my hands, and I'm gonna put this goat's cheese in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag first, but it's nice and soft, and it's actually really nice. To me, it's an acquired taste. Some people like it, some people don't. If you can have if you can have cream cheese, good for you. And that's, easier to find and less expensive. But this did come from Whole Foods. So we're going to give it a try. You can even get your, just clean it up. Amazon Prime members get their, Whole Food. Now they charge you $10, but I used to, I was going to say something. I used to, I still will order from Whole Foods because I order so many staples online, like the tortillas and some of the sauces and stuff. I need just a few perishable ingredients, and that's what I will buy at the grocery store. And then, of course, the stuff for the kids. All right, so now I'm going to take my honey, thank you. I'm going to take my honey substitute, and I'm going to drizzle it over my apples with goat cheese. Could be cream cheese if you could have that. Y'all see that? Something that simple. It just makes me so happy because now when I'm sitting down for my snack, this is something that I actually look forward to eating. I'm going to take a picture, and I almost want to do something else. I think I will do something else just for a pop of color. This is completely optional, but if you like a little sweet heat, completely optional, just a little red pepper. I know, red pepper flake. Not a lot, but just for, see, can you guys see that? Just a little red pepper so you get sweet, you get a little savory, you get a little heat. All right, we'll take one more picture and then I'm gonna taste it. Sometimes, you guys, I just put these combinations together. I know what ingredients I can have, and I'm just like, I'm gonna try this with this with this. If I don't like it, I won't do it again. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got our apple, our goat cheese. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Apple's a little tart. I was hoping it was a sweet one, but very good. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Excellent. So tonight for you guys, I made a dessert option. I know, right? A snack option. I'm gonna eat one more of these. I'm gonna come to the apple, but yeah, I could eat this every day. And every time I do, then I have to, oh, it's just so good. Okay. Cleaning up. All right. Let's see what else I can do for you guys. So happy to have you guys on. Thank you so much for being here. So if you guys notice, like I'm eating everything out of order. I know, right? I'm eating everything out of order, meaning, when you get a meal plan, it's usually like small breakfast, mid-morning snack, medium lunch, afternoon snack. Dinner is usually the largest meal of the day, and then your water or tea, whatever. But what I've learned, and I shared this with you guys, I am hungrier early in the day. I wake up hungry. And so I like to have my bigger meals, like between 12 and 4. I'm not doing intermittent fasting. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not even intentional sometimes. It's just as a mom, mornings are busy trying to get the kids together, and then I work, and then I may not have a break for meetings. And then like you saw today, I hadn't eaten until like, what was it, 12:30 my time. So I went ahead and made my breakfast, the blueberry pancakes. Love them. And my lunch, the warm rotisserie chicken over the spinach salad. I ate all that working. So now I'm going to show you guys what I'm having for dinner. Cleaning up. All right, getting a protein shake, a shaker cup. So by this time in the evening, I've usually had like my biggest meal. So I don't really want food, and then usually I'm dealing with the kids, helping with homework, getting ready for swim, whatever it is. And so I don't really have time to like sit down. See, Miss Bell has 3 kids. You forget to eat, right? Apple snack. Oh my gosh, Dottie says, see, look at that. Y'all are giving me ideas. Dottie says she's going to make the apple snack and sprinkle it with coconut flakes. Let me know how that is. I may have to try that. I'm not a huge shredded coconut person, but it does sound like it would be good with the apple. But, this time in the evening is usually my busiest time, so I don't have time. One day I'll be a lady of leisure, but that's not my life right now. So for dinner, I'm having kind of like the Uber Eats commercial. This is completely optional. This has been approved for me. Veggie Meal is a protein shake. This flavor is chocolate. They have chocolate and vanilla. It's probably like any other protein powder. You guys see there's a little scooper in there, and then you just mix it with water, shake it up, and this is usually dinner for me. Just because of where I am in my life, that's the schedule that I keep. So I'm going to fill this up with water, but before I put water in it, when I say everything I drink, I mean everything I drink. I use this multiple times a day. Again, I'm more acidic. I need to have more alkaline water, so I make my own. This is something that I bought off of Amazon. Literally, I just put a couple drops. That's it. Now I'm going to go fill it up with a little bit of ice water. Okay, more than a little bit. I like my drinks weak. Okay, so before I put in a scoop of the chocolate powder, oh wow, what was that, Alicia? Let me know. The Alkazone. I need to do a better job of holding this up so you guys can see and slowing down, because when I watch the replay, I'm like, nobody can read that. But this is what I do in the kitchen, just moving all fast, and then I forget I'm trying to actually help. So let me know if that's what you're asking about. You can get these drops on Amazon and make your own alkaline water. I put it in coffee. I put it in here before I brewed that half and half. Just a few drops. Doesn't change the flavor to me. And the other thing that it's helped me with, my test results, not only was I acidic, but I wasn't hydrating or hydrated. I was drinking water all the time, and it was just going through me. I mean, thank goodness I work from home. You can figure it out. So once I started getting real consistent with the alkaline drops, I can hold my water. And sorry to be so frank, but it was like, good grief, I'm drinking water. And all you hear is drink more water, drink more water. And I'm like, I don't know if I can drink any more water. It's killing me. All right. So in my shaker cup, oh, I should have shown you guys. Inside the shaker cup, the blender bottle, have two of them. It has this little ball that comes with it. So when you're mixing any type of protein drinks and you shake it around, this helps get rid of the clumps. So that's already in there. When I put it in the dishwasher, I put everything in the dishwasher and then I assemble it together. Alicia's getting the alkaline drops. Excellent. Let me know how you like it. Excuse me. So, all right. So we've got water, ice, and alkaline drops in the blender bottle. But you know I like sweet. So I have just a little bit left of this pumpkin cinnamon roll. So again, Skinny Syrups is a brand that I found online. I know the mixer ball is cool, right? You can get these at Ross, TJ Maxx. This was a little fall pack, so I have some pumpkin cinnamon roll left. So I'm actually gonna pour the remainder. They have strawberry and chocolate and vanilla, so many different flavors, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 everything. So all gone. That's the recycling. So I'll be able to wash and reuse the pump. All right, I just wanted to make sure I got all of it, y'all. Being greedy. Okay, so the chocolate powder has a little bit of sweet, but a little bit, it's not what I want. I want more than a little bit. So I'm literally, you guys know how to make protein drinks. You know, you just get a scoop of whatever powder. This one, it's approved for me. I don't know what's in it. Some type of protein and vegetables and juices and berries. But all jokes aside, having this as an option for a meal at home this time of night when I'm busy. Also, you know, if you're, you know, a mom or anybody who's busy and you're going to be on the road a lot and you're not going to, you know, you're going to be away for like more than 4 hours and you're going to miss a meal time. Sometimes I'll move this up earlier in the day and have this for lunch in the car while I'm running my errands. I always shake over the sink. I'm just nervous. This has been great. And then sometimes what I'll do, let me take a sip. Ah, perfect. Nice and sweet. What other hack have I done? If I'm not hungry just yet when I'm leaving, I'll go ahead and get my blender bottle empty. I will put the powder in here. I will get a bottle of water. Y'all know what a bottle of water is, but I'll just have a bottle of water. And then I'll grab these in the car. So Skinny Mixes, Skinny Syrups also has this. It's called a flavor burst. They have vanilla, they have caramel, they have mocha. And you can just, you guys have seen me use it. Literally, you flip the top and you squeeze it into your beverage. Whenever I'm out, if I get a coffee or an iced tea or anything, I always get it unsweet. And then I have these in my car, just like where the gear shifter thing is, where all of our stuff goes. And it's helped me to avoid sugar in beverages when I'm out. So that's dinner. That's pretty much what I had for you guys. I am going to stay on because I'm going to try and put something together. If you guys have questions or comments, you are wonderful to stay on with me if you want to. Oh gosh, I was going to do something else. Totally forgot. Do you guys want to see another dessert? I can save it for another day. I totally forgot with this cassava. I'll wait and see if you guys want to see. I think I will. I'm going to do it anyway, shucks. All right. Last one. Coconut says yes. Let me grab it. One sec. Look at me, greedy. But that was one tortilla. All right. I meant to make this first because it needs to chill, but hey, I'm home. Y'all want to see? I'm going to show you. Crunchmaster. This is another cookie crack. No, it's not a cookie. It's a cracker that's been approved for me. If you guys saw the crab cake video, you saw that I used Crunchmaster has basically grain-free crackers, you know, made with flaxseed and all that other stuff. But they're actually pretty tasty. I've tasted some of the other ones that taste like dirt, but they're actually pretty good. I recently found these. I think I got them on Amazon. They have a chocolate flavor. I can have up to 16 of these a day. So this is usually like my mid-morning snack, but I kind of felt like dessert. So you guys can see they're a very small square cracker. All right, so we are gonna make like a chocolate toffee. All right, so first thing, okay. Trying to think how I wanna do this. I'll line it with foil. You wanna get, it's not going in the air fryer, I'm just using this because of the size. So you wanna get like a baking sheet, a little tray, anything that's shallow and flat. Oh, foil is still here. You know, sometimes you're just craving chocolate. So this is a play on something else that I've made. I'll tell you guys while making this one. So you want to line with foil or line with parchment paper, just because, excuse me. That's what I get. Oh my gosh, a little bit of that tortilla is trying to go down the wrong way. All right, because we're gonna make like a hot toffee. So you want to try and, you know, make sure that nothing drains out and you have good cleanup. I'm literally just wrapping this around, and I'm using this tray that has like a little dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. A little ridge here. You can also use, you know, if you have a baking sheet, something like that with a little bit of a lip. But this is if I'm making a lot, I'm just making a little. Okay, so what you want to do, this recipe I saw on, and it's on my page, Tasty, one of the cooking shows. If you want to look it up, the original recipe is like saltine cracker toffee. I think that's the title of it, like saltine cracker toffee. So on the original version, they use just regular saltine crackers, and I know dirt, right? Yeah, y'all know some of this healthy stuff doesn't taste good, and that's why I tell you, even with the Walden Farm, some of it's good, but that barbecue sauce is kind of watery. I use it as a marinade, not really like to pour on, but saltine cracker toffee, they used saltine crackers, which I can't have because that's flour, so I substituted my crackers. And if you guys look on my videos, I think I made a cracker toffee. Anyway, I'm going to pour some of these chocolate crackers on top. I'm not going to count 16. I'm just going to try and fill this up, because really when I have 16, it kind of fills up this sheet. So in the recipe, and I'll make it for you guys one day if you want, you start with regular crackers, whatever you can have, and then we're going to make our own toffee, which is really easy. You're going to pour it on, and then what they did is they sprinkled chocolate chips on top of the hot toffee, and then you refrigerate it, and it makes like a, you know, like a, so good. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to arrange them. Obviously with saltines, you know, they're nice and big and square. You can get it all together in the grooves. I'm just trying to get as little space between them as possible. But when I poured these out, they were broken, and I'm not gonna hurt myself. All right. So ideally, you would have one nice sheet. If you can have saltines, this is a great dessert. It probably needs about 20 minutes to cool. If you have time, you can leave it out on the counter to cool. If you want to go a little bit faster, put it in the fridge. If you want to go a lot faster, put it in the freezer, which is what I'm going to do. Y'all, I could sit here and organize these all day. Hi, Kahana. Oh my gosh, y'all. Kahana made the crab cakes. Hers looked amazing. Oh, that is an announcement. We have another cook-along planned for Wednesday, so I'll tell you guys about this. All right, so I'm using chocolate crackers. So I'm not going to do chocolate chips, but if you had regular crackers, you would need chocolate chips. Okay, focus, Maggie. You know I love my gravy boat. So to make the toffee, it's really only 2 ingredients. I have watched videos where they do all kind of stuff and take the temperature and do it on the stovetop. I'm doing this in the microwave. You need butter. You know, for me, it's going to be goat's butter. If you can have dairy, use your regular butter. And they use sugar. You guys know I don't have sugar, so I'm going to be using my sugar substitutes. I'll set those aside and tell you about those again. But this is what I'm using, Swerve granular sugar. So this is my sugar substitute. So it's white like sugar crystals. It's a 1-to-1 substitution, but it's 0 calorie. Oh my gosh, y'all, Kahana. Oh, next cook along. Yes. Okay. So here's what I do, y'all. I've tried it measuring and getting really specific. Maybe I'm old. I'm not doing that. So here's the thing. Just like the egg loaf, 1-to-1 ratio, eggs and goat cheese, you want to kind of do a 1-to-1 ratio, butter and sugar. Or for me, granular sweetener and goat's butter. So I'm going to cut off a nice little pat of goat's butter. Kind of big, maybe more than I need. But that's going into the gravy boat. Probably looks like about 2 tablespoons. If you do too much butter, then it's oily. If you don't do enough butter, then it's sticky. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So you guys remember me telling you about, this is another thing that I bought on Amazon. Swerve has a brown sugar. This is the confectioners, which is the powdered sugar substitute, and they have a brown sugar substitute. I'm using the granular. You can get those in a 3-pack. Miss Bell says you can't get your hands on, man, Miss Bell. Google this deli out in Salt Lake City. It's called Caputo's. Caputo, I think apostrophe S. So I think it's Caputo's online or whatever. They sell the goat's butter. They ship free over like $40 or $50. I buy 6 of them because that's the problem. So I'm going to tell you what the comment was on Instagram. She's looking for that goat's butter at Whole Foods and can't find it. Y'all, that's been my thing. These substitutes, sometimes the stores will just have 1 or 2 of them. And if you're lucky to get it, good for you. But I don't like to be out. So when I find something that works for me, that's why I moved to ordering it online. Oh, man. So you guys can see it pours just like sugar. I got some on my cookies, but my crackers, but that's okay. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons. So literally, you have sugar and butter. For me, sweetener and goat's butter. And then I'm going to put this in the microwave. I still have my chicken. I didn't eat it all. That'll be a snack. My kids' dinner left over. So I'm gonna put it in for a minute and watch it. So what's gonna happen is the butter is gonna melt down and it's gonna mix with the sugar. I didn't mash it together, I didn't stir. Yeah, Miss Bell, let me know if you can multitask. Let me know if Caputo's has it in stock. So you just keep an eye on the butter because it's going to start to bubble and then it's going to turn brown. Brown like a caramel brown. So you guys remember what color it was, like yellow like butter? It doesn't take long, so this is something you definitely want to keep your eyes on because butter can scorch really quickly. So our butter is melting. Okay. It's not done, but I'm just showing you guys. You see after 1 minute, it's bubbling and it's starting to turn a little bit brown, but I'm gonna put it back in there because we want like a dark caramel brown. So that was 1 minute. We'll put it in for another minute. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go scrape my chocolate. That's so bad, y'all. I was like, you know what? I need to clean up. I need to put this in the dishwasher. And I'm like, before I put it up. Woo! Sorry, y'all. Check on our butter. See? All right. Just in time before it starts. Well, it's already kind of smoking, but this is the color that we want. Now I'm going to mix it. Just be very careful because at this point, like literally, it's just a chopstick. Y'all can see like it's scalding hot. Some people add water. Some people add salt. I'm going to do my salt at the end. So maybe have more butter than sugar. But when I want a quick like candy bar experience, this is what I make. So I'm just mixing it to get all the butter. And I'm going to taste this lava. Woo! Shouldn't have done that. All right. So you guys can see. Now, over your saltines, or for me, chocolate crackers, you're going to pour your toffee very carefully. I can feel it warm in my hand. So I'm just trying to cover every little cracker with some toffee. You guys can hear it sizzling, maybe. So you see we have that nice little toffee glaze, goat's butter, and sweetener. And then I'm going to take just a small pinch. This is not a substitute. You can get any flaky salt. I got this one in Hawaii just as a souvenir. But it's the big flaky salt crystals, not table salt. So it's hot. I'm literally just going to, you want to put that on there while it's still warm. I'm going to do a little bit more because you guys know the sweet and the salt. So imagine like a chocolate covered pretzel. That's how you make toffee. See what I mean? Y'all, before I started my channel, I was on YouTube watching how to do this stuff. Who knows? All right, I think that's enough of the salt. But if you guys can see, I just wanted to put like some flaky salt on there. So now, if you have time, you could just leave this on the counter and let it cool. The recipe says to put it in the fridge for like 20 minutes. I meant to do this first and let it be in there while I was doing everything else. So I'm literally going to put it in the freezer and we'll see if we can kind of blast chill it. But this is basically what we make. So imagine if you had like a sheet full of crackers and you were able to get it like one flat sheet, and then when you get it off and it breaks. Okay. So yes, toffee, butter, and sugar. Who knew? So on the recipe, the saltine cracker toffee recipe, because they use saltines, what you're supposed to do after you pour the hot toffee, while it's still hot, you get your chocolate chips. This is a brand that I use. Lily's is sweetened with stevia, so it's no sugar. Excuse me, but you can, if you can have regular chocolate chips, you want to get a handful of the chocolate chips and you sprinkle them over the hot melted toffee, which is over the crackers. So then you'll have the cracker layer, the toffee layer, and then what's going to happen when you put those chocolate chips on there, in about 10 seconds they'll start to melt, and you just get like a spatula and you just smear that chocolate onto the crackers, and then you sprinkle the flaky salt. So you have like a 3-layer thing. It's on my page on my YouTube. So because I'm using chocolate crackers, I'm skipping the chocolate chips, but hopefully you guys understand. But one day we'll make the original version. All right, so before I clean up, let me have my smoothie. Y'all, I burnt my tongue for real. Being greedy. It was good though. I'm not a chef, I'm just a home cook. Home cooker is what my boys call me. All right, so again, the Swerve brand is what I has been a godsend for me. So you can get these one individually, or you can get them in a 3-pack. So this one is the granular. So this is the one that's like a table sugar substitute, Swerve. They also have this one, which is the brown sugar substitute. So for the caramel apple or that sopapilla that we made earlier, you can get a pinch of this. It's just like brown sugar, 0 calories. So this one is just like the other one that I had, kinda. That's a blend half and half. If you're not ready to go all the way, then you can use that Truvia, which was half substitute and half real brown sugar. I bought it by accident. I meant to get the all substitute. But so Swerve has a brown. And then this one, Confectioners, is the powdered sugar substitute. Next time we do a dessert video, there's a brownie brittle recipe that uses this stuff. So Confectioners. So again, when I tell you guys that I avoid sugar, like I've said before, it doesn't mean that I don't eat sweet. I just have found the sweeteners that are approved for me that don't mess up my blood sugar. I'm looking at my apple. I'm gonna get some of that. All right, let's clean up. This thing is still warm, y'all. That toffee making in the microwave, it's a great little hack. People do it on the stovetop and it's supposed to get to like 200 degrees. I did that the first time and put the thermometer in and was watching. That's too much. Just watch it. That's how my mom taught me. Watch it when it starts bubbling, and when it turns brown, you're good to go. You just want it to mix so you don't have like a chunk of butter and a chunk of sweetener. I'm just cleaning up. I bought a gadget, y'all, and I'm gonna try and stay on and put it together. My boys are teenagers now, so they're at that age where everything mom does is lame, and they want to be left alone. So I really appreciate y'all being here. It's like a little outlet for me. And let's see what else. A few announcements. Again, I am very close. I think Mr. Akata said I was like at 480 something. I had a goal for the end of the month to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. If you would please check out my YouTube channel, Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll tell you why. I've only been Maggie the Substitute Teacher a little over a month, so I really appreciate it. I eat every day, so I give you guys a post every day. But spring break is actually the first week of April where I live, and so I have some travel plans, and I want to be able to stay connected with you guys. But you don't qualify for a community tab until you have 500 subscribers. So that is the reason why I want to be able to post pictures. I want to be able to do polls. I want to be able to interact with you guys, especially when I'm not in the kitchen. All right, gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna have one more piece of my spicy sweet apple is still here. This is apple, goat cheese, drizzled with honey substitute, and a little red pepper flake. Mm, 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 mm. So, got a lot going on. Woo! Little kick with the pepper. You're welcome, Miss Vel. What was I gonna say? Oh, those soft cheeses, the longer they're out, if you think of back in the days, like maybe the Greeks or whatever, and they had those parties and charcuterie boards, like once it gets warm, room temperature, it gives more flavor. When you take them right out of the fridge, they're kind of cold, so it's like you get more texture, like creamy texture. But now that it's sat for a while and blended with that apple, you get the soft, smooth texture and the flavor of the cheese. Oh, Akata says Maggie's got moves. Y'all, I am so silly. I have really had to work on my decorum and my elegance and all that stuff. I mean, this really is who I am, but I have a silly side and I love being in the kitchen and I love food. And so when I eat it, it's like a little happy dance. Kahana? Yeah, definitely. But don't worry, I got you, girl. All right, let me put this away and then I'm going to tell you guys about the next cook along. Okay, let me show y'all what I'm trying to do. I bought this. Why? I don't know. You see that I use whipped cream a lot in my recipes. And see, this is the kind of stuff I do. I see these on the cooking shows and I'm like, I need one of those. So what you're supposed to put in there is heavy whipping cream, but I have the silk substitute. So this is a dairy-free, plant-based heavy whipping cream. So I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. I'm not handy. I'm not good with tools, but I was like, you know what? I've been staring at this thing on the counter for a while. I'm going to try and put it together while telling you guys about the cook along. I couldn't return it if I wanted to, y'all. I've had this thing for so long. So we'll see. Okay. So I'm so excited. One of the ideas that I threw out there last week, and you guys seem to really enjoy. You are more than welcome to come here and watch me cook. Every day I'm in the kitchen, whether it's something simple or something elaborate. I'm going to be here and I'll turn on the camera, and if you guys are interested, you're welcome into my kitchen. But I thought, I'm really just trying to build this community of those of us who are trying to make healthy choices for whatever reason, right? Lisa said she's got to bring more protein into her diet because she's anemic. Y'all know I had health challenges that are now resolved, trying to lose weight. Um, I thought, because again, I saw this on Food Network, and I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or whatnot, but they had 3 chefs in their homes all cooking at the same time. And so the cameras would like circle around to each, and they were all able to talk to each other and, follow the same recipe, and everybody was making the same version, and then they showed their finished product. And I was like, that is so cool. Look, I got a phone and an iPad. I'm not that advanced, but I was like, I can like share my screen, share my screen and bring people up. So why not toss it out there? If anybody actually wants to cook something together, I'll walk you through the steps and we could do it at the same time. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that's lame, but maybe people will like it. So step 1, unbox. Y'all, instructions. 5-year warranty. So I put it together and wanted to see what you guys thought about it. Hold on. Rinse the bottle with warm and then cold water. So the first person that said that they were interested was Lisa, who's a dear friend of mine. All right, warm then cold. All right. So Lisa said she was interested. She wanted to cook along with me. Dottie, I have to give you credit for the name Cook Along, because she said she's in the UK. She was going to miss the cook along. And I was like, I love that. So like a sing along, but we're cooking. Hold on, y'all. Fill with well chilled fresh cream. I got it out of the fridge. We'll see. Or any other ingredients your recipe requires. Do not fill more than 8-ounce or 16-ounce. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this cream in there with a little sweetener. You can make your own whipped cream. I'll tell you guys about that. Focus, Maggie. So when Lisa said that she was interested, I gave her the honor of choosing what she wanted to cook. So she was interested in crab cakes. So that's why on Sunday we made crab cakes together. So what I said I would do, and I did. So this is that plant-based cream, you guys. I'm gonna taste it. But what I said I would do, and I did, is I found a recipe, heavy whipping cream substitute. I found a recipe, the Food Network recipe is the one that I used for crab cakes. And online, same thing. They had made the full flavor version. But of course, I had made a version, for the family, they had regular, and then I made the substitutes for me. So I said, what I'll do is I will, one second, I want to taste this. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to put, this is stevia leaf sweet drops, because heavy whipping cream does not have any sweetener. And when you do whipped cream, you want it to be sweet, right? Ooh, maybe we can put this on our cracker. So I'm just going to put, maybe that's enough, maybe a little more. Just experimenting, guys. Okay. Place the gasket inside the head and screw the head on evenly and firmly. Okay. Gasket inside the head. Let me just rinse everything. Y'all. So what I did is we set a date. I asked Lisa what worked for her. Usually the boys are gone on the weekend, so I wanted to be, undisturbed, uninterrupted, whatever, y'all know. And so we said Sunday at 1. My mom actually announced it. That's a whole nother thing. Screw the head onto the bottle evenly and firmly. So I put together a Google Doc, and the Google Doc had a link to the recipe with all the ingredients that you need, plus a shopping list, and the instructions. So I had on the Google Doc the full flavor recipe, and then how I was going to make a substitution recipe. The head is correctly placed when no thread is visible. Okay. Insert cream charger into the charger holder. Oh my God, y'all. You know when you see chefs using this stuff, it's already put together. What is this? So yeah, Lisa and I, just a little behind the scenes. We got together Saturday because I didn't want to get on here and look like an idiot. It'd be my first time bringing somebody on live. We did a little technology test on Instagram and on the software that I use. Charger into the charger holder. Y'all. This is embarrassing. Charger into the charger holder. Where's the charger? Hardev is here. See, you missed all the good stuff. That's okay. We're gonna get that toffee out. This is why I usually have my boys do stuff like this. I am not mechanically inclined. That is not my value add. I don't know. Oh my God. This is embarrassing. Did it come with that? Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. And see, this is me. Like, I don't know if I dropped it. I'm looking for the NO2. Like, there's got to be like a canister of, gas to make it like pump, right? And I've got these attachments, and I've got these attachments, and I've got this. All right. See, I get frustrated because I don't know what I'm doing. See, everybody's not good at everything. That is for sure, for sure. All right, I'm just going to follow the pictures because reading the words is not helping me. So anyway, yeah, we did like a technology test on Saturday to make sure we were good to go. And we got on Sunday. Y'all saw me. I just came straight from service and I was like, here we go. The only thing, because I'm on Instagram and I'm on, YouTube and Facebook, I got a couple devices. When we were both unmuted at the same time, it had a lot of that feedback. Sounded really bad. So she had to mute or I had to mute. And that's how we made it work. But she loved it. She used, real bread and whatnot. Okay, that was the past. The future. So we are going to have our next cook-along live this coming Wednesday evening at 5:30. So 2 days from now, Lisa wants to come back and she wants to make the squash lasagna. Very exciting. So the squash lasagna is basically, if you like Italian flavors, you're making, or we're going to make lasagna, but instead of noodles, you get yellow squash and you use a vegetable peeler to kind of peel it into sheets. I know it sounds weird, but we're going to layer it with the beef and the sauce and the cheese and all of that. She may make a a version, you know, I'm using goat cheese and all my substitutes. All right, so this is what I put together because that's what the picture looks like. I don't know if it's right, but there's one way to find out, right? All right, I won't keep you guys. Let me get our toffee out of the freezer and see if I did this right. Oh, I'm nervous. All right. Ew. So you guys can see here, we've got our toffee. It's a little bit frozen. Usually I put it in the fridge. I'm gonna pop one off. You can see. Mmm, mmm. Woo. Mmm, mmm. Ooh, mmm. If you like chocolate covered pretzels, so they're a little cold because I just had them in the freezer because I wanted to go fast, and so they kind of froze. But usually you would put these in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Let me see if I can take the foil off. Buttery toffee over a chocolate cracker. All right, now I'm gonna eat the whole thing. I'm taking the foil off, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. And I may come back on one more time because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get everything ready for Wednesday. So you guys see, like, we have one whole sheet here of this toffee. I'm gonna plate it. So you can make this really quick. I'm literally just gonna break it off, and you can see how it's like, you can crack them, whatever. I'm just popping them off the sheet. I'm gonna try my whipped cream, but what I'm gonna do when I let you guys go after this, because I know you've been hanging with me, I'm gonna go ahead and make the Google Doc. You like a crispy, salty, chocolate covered pretzel, this is a great snack. Maybe not frozen, but cold. Got the flaky salt. So I'm gonna make an event for Wednesday at 5:30 my time. So hopefully when I make these events, obviously it coordinates with whatever time zone you guys are in. So it'll be dinner time, my time on Wednesday night. And I'm gonna put the Google Doc together with the recipe. I'm gonna post it into the description. So I'm gonna explain the levels and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Oh my God, this not bad. All right. So you guys can see we have our toffee glazed chocolate crackers. Mm-hmm. Wednesday's your birthday. Yes. Okay. So here are the three options. Happy early birthday. Sorry. Okay. Option one, tune in, sit back, relax, watch me do the cooking, and I'll narrate you guys through all of the steps. Option two, if you want to cook along but be off camera, that's what the Google Doc is for. So again, the Google Doc will have the recipe, a shopping list, it'll have the full flavor items, and the substituted items that I'm going to use. Please feel free to make it the way you want to eat it. Excuse me. So when we go live Wednesday evening, we're going to go through literally step by step. Do you have your squash? Everybody holds up their squash. Make sure we have our ingredients. And then I'm going to make my version while you guys make your version. And when you're done, like Kahana did, you can inbox me or post the picture, tag me, however you want to. Or option three, you can actually come on live, the stream, just like I had Lisa side by side. We'll probably have to mute, and then I'll ask you how things are going, and I'll have to mute myself, then you unmute to speak, because with the devices, look, I'm just not that advanced yet. So those are the three options. So I'm going to get everything together, do a quick inventory, see what I have, see what I need to buy, and lasagna is on the menu for Wednesday night. Of course, between now and then, I'll still be on to show you guys the regular stuff. So we've got our cracker toffee, again, nice and buttery. All right, so Hold on. I'm going to see if I can put some whipped cream on it, and then I'm going to let y'all go. If I can. Screw the charger holder to the inlet valve until the charger content is released with a hissing sound. Y'all, I got a bad feeling. Vertically unscrew the charger holder and charger. Y'all, okay. I don't even know what the charger is. To vertically shake the whipper briskly 4 to 5 times. When using well-cooled, shake up to 10 times. To dispense the cream, hold whipper vertically about a ½ inch above the surface. Okay, obviously nothing's coming out. I missed something, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know where it is. There's a nozzle somewhere, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna sit down here. This is what I was trying to do. This is completely optional. I'm not just gonna keep buying these, but I'm gonna take a quick picture. So we've got our cracker toffee. So I showed you guys how to make a sopapilla. I still have my apple here that I'm gonna eat. Take a quick picture of this cracker toffee. It actually looks really good, you guys. And if you have like some of that brown sugar, you could sprinkle on that. Some cocoa, you could dust it with that. But I gotta figure out this thing that I assembled. So that is your option for a nice cracker toffee. Luke Paisley's on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm so honored. Okay. I'm wearing myself out, but I'm actually about to sign off, but I am going to come back on not long. I'm going to get the recipe together for the cook along, but I did show you guys. I ate the sopapilla. Sorry, it's gone. But we have a snack option for apple, cream cheese or goat cheese, drizzled with honey or honey substitute, and some red pepper flake. And then we have a cracker toffee. This was my Crunchmaster crackers, which is a grain-free cracker. This is the chocolate version. We made our own toffee with butter and sugar, or butter, goat's butter for me, sugar substitute for me, some flaky salt, and then some whipped cream, because I can't figure this thing out. I bet you I'm going to get my Lego master and be like, can you put this thing together? And he'll be like, boom, 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 psh. I'm just not good at building, but I am a good cooker. All right, you guys. So I'm going to hang up now, get everything ready for our cook along, and then I'll come back on and explain to you what that is. It won't be another long one, just a short one. The apple looks so good. Oh my gosh. Yay, you guys. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. So let me get to work. I'm going to eat this, make our documents, and then I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Bye.